Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, so today I am going to be walking you through, for those of you that don't want to get into graphic design, I'm going to walk you through how you can use Creative Fabrica for your pre-made graphic designs. All you have to do is download them and print them out. All right. So one of my favorite graphic designers on Creative Fabrica is this Creative Designer 5530. If you're looking for gospel, Christian, motivational, inspirational type t shirts, they have a lot of graphics out here. You can see on this particular one, it shows that they have 6,911 um, designs. There's 196 bundles, 226 graphic templates, 1,507 crafts, 4,768 t shirt designs. 213 print templates, and then they have one logo. And this is again Creative Designer 5530. All right. Now, with Creative Fabrica, guys, once you access the site, depending on what you're looking for, you just type it in. So, if I was looking for something with gospel, I would just type in gospel and then just search. And it's going to show you here on the left hand side, they have 323 graphics related to gospel, 3 fonts related to gospel, 1 bundle related to gospel, embroidery, 1, and laser cutting. They have 1 file out there. And then right below it, it shows you the illustrations, the print templates, the graphics, the freebies, the graphic templates, icons, certificates, everything surrounding your keyword, which I used gospel. So here you can see all of the designs surrounding gospel. And with Creative Fabrica, you can get a monthly membership or a yearly membership. I like to do the yearly because I can pay that low fee for the yearly and be done with it for the next 12 months. And then anytime I access Creative Fabrica, I have access to all the fonts, images, paper crafts, needlework, laser cutting, 3D printing, bundles, so on and so forth that I want without having to pay for it. Okay. So, this is a nice file here. Preaching the gospel is the greatest on the face of the planet. That's a really nice design. All right. So once you find a design that you like, you just click on download, just as simple as that. And then you print it out however you choose to print it out. All right. But today I'm going to show you one of the designs that I started using in Creative Fabrica. And then I started designing my own because I do like to get into graphic design. All right. But I'm going to show you, for those that don't want to get into, having to create your own designs or images from scratch, I'm going to show you how you can today use Creative Fabrica for the pre-made templates to get into your t-shirt design. All right. So I'm going to type in, of course, I talk to God. All right. And then I'm just going to enter. Now, when I do that, this is a design by that same designer I just showed you that I love. Of course, I talk to God. Who else can I trust? All right. And once you find the design that you like, remember, all you have to do is click on download. You can look at the commercial and full PLD usage allowed, because it normally, with the things that you get in Creative Fabrica, you can take that design and you can put it on merchandise to sell, without having to have a commercial license. So you can look at the commercial license if you're selling your products to make sure that you're on the up and up. All right. So I've already downloaded this image, but I'll show you. You just click on download, just like I did the previous one. I'm going to open that file, and it is a zipped file. Right now, you can see up here, there's top left corner that it is zipped. It has a zipper across it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on the file, and we're going to select extract all. And I'm just going to put it in my normal downloads folder by clicking extract. And now that little folder in the top left corner, it looks like a folder without the zipper. And that's an indication that that folder has now been unzipped and ready to use. So this is our file. Of course, I talked to God. Who else can I trust? And today we're going to take and put this design onto a t-shirt using the direct to film DTF process. All right. So I am going to be using my Epson EcoTank 8550, which I purchased from Amazon over a year ago. I changed this printer from an inkjet printer to a DTF printer, and I absolutely love it. If you want to see the process, I do have a video tutorial from beginning to end on how to change this printer from an inkjet printer to a DTF printer. Trust me, you will not regret it. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go into CAD Link and we're going to go ahead and get our design ready to be printed out. All right. All right, guys. So this is CAD Link Digital Factory version 11. All right. And you can see I have my Epson EcoTank 8550, which is what I'm going to be using. We're going to go ahead and grab our file by clicking on File, Import Files. And this is our file here. We're going to open that up. Once it's changed to pending, we're then going to just click on it and bring it into our um, sizing, which I'm using 11 by 17 DTF film. Now I'm going to remove this extra white space here at the top and the bottom because we don't need it. So I'm going to crop that out. And with the double arrows showing, we're just going to drag down. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. And I think the sides are good. And then we're going to click on create. And you can see here, it removes that extra white space that we don't need. Because when we do the sizing, we want the true sizing for our image. All right. And then I'm going to unlock this design because I want this at 10 by 12.5. That's the size I like to use when I'm using my 11 by 17. All right. So now we have that. And I'm just going to double check the super size to make sure the resolution is good. It exceeds 300, so it is good. If you ever come to super size and the resolution is less than 300, you want to change it to 300. Okay. So we don't have to do that. So everything looks good. And all we're going to do now is just click on the print icon and we're going to go ahead and get this printed out. Now, I like to leave a little bit of room at the top for my hands, my fingers when I'm using the DTF powder and moving it around on my image so that my fingers don't come in contact with my ink on my image. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on print and then we're going to go ahead and get this baby printed out. So I will see you at my Epson EcoTank 8550. All right, guys, so here our image is printing out and you can see it lays the color down first and then it puts the white on top. All right, so this is my Epson EcoTank 8550 and I have this piece of cardboard on the output tray, and that's so that when my image comes out, it comes out flat instead of touching the dip that's on the output tray that's built into the Epson EcoTank 8550. So you want to have a piece of cardboard or something on that output tray so that your image comes out nice and smooth. All right, so we're going to allow this to continue to print out. Again, this is the Epson EcoTank 8550. I absolutely love this printer. It allows you to print on all types of fabrics when it comes to your garments, your t-shirt garments, or any garment really. Any type of fabric you can print to using the DTF process. All right, so again, I have a complete video tutorial on how to change this Epson EcoTank 8550 from an inkjet printer to a DTF printer, and I've had it for over a year and I absolutely love it. All right, now you can see our image is starting to come out here. There's the DTF film. Now I get my DTF film from Amazon. I get my inks guys, from a local shop here in Dallas, Texas that is called America HTV Warehouse. So this is where I get my inks from. They had these on sale. This is the, let's see here. I thought I had the sizing on there. 1 kilogram. But these were on sale for $24.50, so it's the super large bottle. And then they have the smaller bottles. Okay, so I get these from American HTV here, local in Dallas, Texas. All right, so look how nice and pretty this is printing out, guys, with our white. I love the font on this particular design because it has kind of like that kind of grungy kind of look, which I absolutely love. But like I said, anytime I do this design here, I get a lot of compliments, a lot of compliments. All right, so we're gonna let this finish printing out. Then we're gonna coat it with our DTF powder, which I have here. You can see I got this also from American HTV, local here in Dallas, Texas. I like it because you can either do the pour or like the salt shaker. And I have this in black and in white. So we're gonna let this print out and then we're gonna come back and move on to the next step. All right, guys, so while our image is printing out, this is the DTF film for those of you that are new to DTF. So this is not paper, all right? So it's actually film, as it says, as you can see here. So it is not paper, it is actually a film. All right, and you always want to make sure that you are printing on the non-glossy side, so you don't want to print on the shiny side. This is by Well Acer. I absolutely love their DTF film. Never have any problems. I never have to put any blue tape on here to get it to print. It works perfectly in my Epson EcoTank 8550. And that size that I just showed you is 11 by 17, which is what we're printing on right here. All right, so once this finished printing out, we're going to go ahead and coat it with the DTF powder, which allows the ink to adhere to your garment. Okay, so it is done printing out. You can see it's coated in white. And there's our colors printed out perfectly. We're going to go ahead and take that, put it down into my little container here. And I'm doing this with one hand, guys. I didn't grab my tripod. And we're just going to coat this with the DTF powder. And then I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with the powder on there. And you always want to make sure you're wearing gloves, guys. So I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to make sure that it is fully coated with the DTF powder. And you want to shake off any excess. Let me show it to you here. So we have that nicely coated. And now I'm going to trim the edges just a little bit so that it fits in my convection oven over there. And we're going to cure this for 10 seconds. So give me 1 second to cut it down. I'll be right back. Okay, I have my image trimmed down. I'm going to go ahead and place it inside of my convection oven, just like that, for 10 seconds. All right, and just that quick, it is done. It's hot, y'all. So see, I can touch it without messing it up. And it's just that quick in the convection oven, guys. Now, I will tell you that I do not cook in my convection oven. I do not cook food in my convection oven. I only use it for crafting. All right, so you see how quick that was for me to cure it in the convection oven. And now we're going to go ahead, and it is now ready to be pressed onto our garment. So let me see what color I want to use today, see what shirts I have available. And then we'll go ahead and press this at 325 for 15 seconds. And then we'll do a second print without the carrier sheet, just to ensure that we get it nicely into our t-shirt, and we'll be done. So give me 1 second. All right, guys, so we're going to be putting this on this kind of gray colored 100% cotton t-shirt today. And so I have my heat press heating up. My heat press is a 16 by 24 that I got off of eBay, and it came with a 10-year warranty, so that is why I purchased it, and I absolutely love it. It's a 16 by 24, so it's super large. All right, so I have my heat press heating up. We're going to let it heat up. We're going to come back. We're going to press it at 325 for 15 seconds twice. All right, guys, so our heat press is now at 165, and that's Fahrenheit, and 15 seconds. So I'm going to pre-press this t-shirt for about 5 seconds. And that's just to get out any moisture that's in the t-shirt or in your garment. And we're going to go ahead and place our design down. You want to come down about 3 fingers from the neckline or the collar. And because this is a rounded, so I have it kind of pulled down. Let's go up just a little bit, about right there. All right. So now we have that. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this, and I'm going to press it again, 165 or about 320 Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. And then I'm going to come back. Now I'm using one hand, so I can't close my press with one hand. I need both hands. So I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to come back. All right, so it's done. Let me see if I can lift it with one hand. There we go. All right, this is a hot peel, guys. Sorry, my nails keep getting in the way. You're just going to peel it up just like that. Look at that. Beautiful. And, all right, guys, this is after the second press. So it is done. Looks amazing. So I've now walked you through the process on how to use Creative Fabrica. For those of you that do not want to get into graphic design, you can go into Creative Fabrica, create you a monthly or a yearly, or get a monthly or yearly subscription. I'll link my affiliate code in the description of this video tutorial for those that want to use it. I highly, highly, highly recommend Creative Fabrica, guys, for those of you that don't want to get into graphic design, because the hard work has already been done for you, so to speak. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Direct to film from beginning to end using my Epson EcoTank 8550, which I absolutely love. And then we cured it in our convection oven. You saw me do it in the convection oven for 10 seconds is all it took. If you don't have a convection oven, you can cure your design under your heat press. You would just place, after you coat the film, after you coat it, then you would take it and put it under your heat press. Increase your temp, and you would just hold this down for about 3 minutes, guys. For about 3 minutes, but you don't want to lay it flat. Notice it's not closed. And you would just heat your or cure your design using your heat press. It takes too long for me to use my heat press. The only time I use my heat press is when my image is too large to go into my convection oven. Hence the reason I do 10 inches by 12.5, because then I can it's still large enough for an extra large t-shirt, and it will fit in my convection oven with no problem. All right. The convection oven I got from Walmart years ago. Again, I only use it for crafting. I do not cook in this convection oven. All right. I do sublimation and my DTF curing using my convection oven.
And that's it, guys. That's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye now.